everyone, welcome back to our English class. Today we are going to discuss about a film, Children of Heaven. It was directed by an Iranian film director, Majid Majidi. He was born on April 17, 1959. He is an Iranian film director, film producer and screenwriter. He has directed several feature films including The Color of Paradise, Baron and The Willow Tree. In 1998, Majidi directed the film Children of Heaven 98, which was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film. This is the first Iranian film to have been nominated by the Academy. First, we can discuss the summary of the film. Then we can move on to the detail of the film. Okay. The main characters in the movie are Ali, Zara, Ali's father and Ali's mother. We are studying the script of this film, Children of Heaven, My Sister's Shoes. First, it is showing the scene 1. The film is about a boy who loses his sister's shoes. He takes them to the cobbler for repairs. And on the way home, when he stops to pick up the vegetables for his mother, a blind trash collector accidentally carries them away. Of course, the boy named Ali is afraid to tell his parents. Of course, his sister named Sarah wants to know how she is supposed to go to school without shoes. The children feverishly write notes to each other, right under their parents' noses. The answer is simple. Sarah will wear Ali's sneakers to school every morning and then run home so that Ali can put them on for his school in the afternoon. But Zara cannot always run fast enough, and Ali, who is a good student, gets in trouble for being late to class. And there is a heartbreaking scene where Zara solemnly regards her own precious lost shoes, now on the feet of Ragpicker's daughter. Children of Heaven is about a home without happiness, about a brother and sister who love one another instead of fighting, about situations any child can identify with. In this film from Iran, I found a sweetness and innocence that shames the land of mutant turtles, Power Rangers and violent video games, isn't it? Have you ever read a film script? Here is an extract. My Sister's Shoes. Scene 1. Cobbler's Shop. Close-up of a cobbler stitching a girl's shoe. Only the pink shoe and the cobbler's hands are in the frame. The camera moves back to middle distance to show Ali sitting on a low chair next to cobbler and watching him work. The cobbler finishes stitching the shoe, picks up the other one of the pair and hands them both to Ali. Cobbler. That will be 30 thumans. Ali. Thank you. Gives money to the cobbler. Cobbler. Here is your change. Picks up coins from the money box to give to Ali. This scene begins with a close-up shot. The filmmaker would normally use medium shot to take the close-up shot. In the scene 1, the characters are cobbler and Ali in the cobbler's shop. First scene is cobbler stitching a girl's shoe. And it is also showing that it's a pink shoe and the cobbler's hands are only in the frame. Then the camera moves back to the middle distance to show Ali is also sitting there on the low chair next to cobbler and watching that how he is working. Next shot is the street outside. Seen from across the street, the cobbler's shop where Ali and the cobbler are sitting can be seen. To the right of cobbler's shop is a door with a curtain hanging on it which appears to open into a row house. Ali is leaving the shop. Ali's voice, we can hear Ali's voice, thank you. The cobbler's voice, you are welcome, goodbye. Then the next shot is a man with a parcel under his arm walks up to the curtain door, lifts the curtain and goes in. As Ali comes out of the cobbler's shop, putting the shoes into a small black bag in his hand, walks down the street and moves out of the frame on the left. Then we are moving to the scene 2. That is scene 2. We can see the bakery, inside the bakery. Shots of bread being baked. Close up of a hand putting into the stove, kneaded flour spread on a baking board and taking out of the baked naan. The camera pans slightly to the right to show Ali picking up the naan dropped by the cook and stacking them on a cloth spread on a wooden plank. The camera moves back to show Ali and three cooks sitting around the stove, kneading and putting it inside the stove. Ali finishes stacking the naan and ties up the cloth into a bundle. Here is the close-up shot of inside the bakery. Here we can see a hand putting into the stove, the hand is kneaded the flour, spread on a baking board and taking out the baked naan. Naan is a thick long bread made like chapatis. Then the camera pans slightly to the right to show Ali is picking up the naan dropped by the cook and stacking them. Stacking them means pile them. Pile them on a cloth spread on a wooden plank. You will get a clear picture by watching the movie Children of Heaven. Now we can discuss the question answers of scene 1 and scene 2. The scene begins with a close-up shot. What frame would a filmmaker normally use when the characters Cobbler and Ali speak? We already discussed. Which shot is that? Medium shot. Apart from Cobbler's shop, what other details do you get about the space in which the actions in scene 1 take place? The busy street. How many characters are introduced in scene 1? Who are they? 3 characters. Cobbler, Ali and the man with a parcel. In scenes 1 and 2, close-up shots of the hands of the cobbler and Ali are shown. Do they serve any purpose? Explain. The dedication of man's work and the anxiety of Ali we can witness there. Where is the location shifted to? Footpath outside the bakery. Then the scene 3, the footpath outside the bakery. A small group of men are waiting in a queue outside the bakery to buy naan. The outline of buildings in the street is seen in the distance. Ali is seen coming out from the bakery into the footpath. The parcel of naan in his right hand and the parcel of shoes in his left. He crosses the pavement and walks into a vegetable store. He places the bundle of naan on top of a pile of boxes of vegetables stacked in front of the shop and the bag of shoes in the small gap between 2 boxes. On the soundtrack, a hawker's voice is heard. Salt, salt for trade. The shopkeeper is seen standing behind the counter. Ali to the shopkeeper. Assalamu alaikum. Akbar Akka, I need some potatoes. Akbar, the shopkeeper gives Ali a small black bag to put potatoes in. Ali starts picking the large, wholesome potatoes in a box at the top of the heap. Akbar, not those, kid. Pick some down there. Ali moves to his right, squats down and fills the bag with smaller potatoes from a box on the floor. Close-up of Ali picking the potatoes. Here in scene 3, we can witness 2 characters, Ali and Akbar. Ali is calling him Akbar Akka. Akka means Mr. or Sir. You can hear a soundtrack of a hawker's voice, salt, salt for trade. Hawker is a person who travels about selling goods, typically advertising them by shouting. Here he is shouting salt. Ali is greeting the Akbar Akka, Assalamu alaikum, and he is telling that he needs some potatoes. Shopkeeper gives Ali a small black bag to put potatoes in. Ali starts picking the large wholesome potatoes in a box at the top of that heap of potatoes. Akbar forced him to take the potatoes from the floor. Ali squats down and fills the bag. Squat down means to sit in a low or crouching position, to bend your knees and lower yourself towards the ground so that you balance on your feet. Okay children, that's all for today. We can meet in the next class.